Guess what time it is? It's time for Sunday Night Live. Hey everyone, welcome back to Sunday Night Live, our second season here, first episode of 2021. Continuing right along with episode 47, and I have quite a show for you tonight, so I hope you guys are ready for a really good, entertaining, feel-good moment of the night, because we have a few things to share with you, a couple changes, and a couple things to share with you guys, and a couple little surprises as well. I'm so glad to be back. I know it's been several weeks since our last episode, but I wanted to just get everything situated, not rush back into things. But we are back, and for those of you who are tuning in for the first time or aren't aware or didn't watch my last episode, I will share what changes have taken place in just a moment. We're also going to be showing our voting results of the new drone name, and also going to be showing who I picked for tonight's question of the week. So it's going to be a really good time. I have a big mail call. I have so much to share with you guys. I cannot wait. I also have some different lighting too. So I'm lighted from my right rear side. And you'll find out a little bit later on as to why that is. But glad to see everyone here. We are already over 100 people. And I saw earlier that we do have a birthday here of Tabby. So Tabby, happy birthday to you. And thanks in advance for the early super chat as well. Also, special thanks to the mods who are here tonight. They are my eyes and ears, so I'm not able to focus on the chat. And they're going to be coming in handy tonight, so to speak, because I have a lot of things to take care of, to talk about, to show you, where I can't really focus my entire attention on the chat. But any issues, questions, stuff like that, they will handle for me. And as always, I do catch the replays and see what was discussed. I am rocking my Sunday Night Live hoodie tonight, and my drink of choice is brand new Major Melon Mountain Dew. It is Mountain Dew watermelon flavors. So if you guys don't already have one, grab a drink, grab a snack, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hello everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's been a while. I feel a little rusty. I am not nervous, but kind of excited, because it's just a good feeling to be back. And with the new changes in place, I'm hoping you guys do like them. I think you will. I do have, like I said, one or two surprises that you're not going to expect to see, and I think it's going to kind of help raise the level a little bit higher. Is everything coming through as far as clarity-wise with the camera and audio? I did tweak a couple things with the camera settings, getting it as clear as possible, and adjusted my microphone settings so it shouldn't be peaking or too low. Hopefully everything's up to par. Looks and sounds good. Okay. The lighting should help too, even though I do have a shiny, glossy head. Hopefully it's not blinding the camera too much, but the additional lighting I know is going to help with the quality of the camera. But again, there is a more specific reason that I do have that light there, and you guys will find out in tonight's episode. So before we go any further, I do want to get something out of the way here. I have a whole list of things on my screen here that I need to go down and make sure I pick the right one. So give me one moment here, and let me get things set up. Okay, so voting results. This is what we're going to focus on first. This was a poll I put out after my drone video that I released just a few days ago. My new drone. Wanted to showcase it to you guys and throw the option up to you to have you name it. So after narrowing down my top 5 picks, it came down to Phoenix, Ralphie 1, which is something I originally had in the back of my mind, but I thought it was maybe kind of gimmicky or cheesy, but someone did suggest that. Jayhawk, Hawkeye, and Jaybird. And with 36% of the results, Jayhawk won with 555 votes total. But Phoenix did come in second. I would have been actually happy with any of those names, but Jayhawk is the winner, and we do have a few people to congratulate and to thank for that. So give me a moment here as I get that pulled up next. At the same time, I'm going to throw in a little music for you guys. Back to my main camera. Okay. So there is more than one person that came up with the name Jayhawk. And they are right here. The first one is Phil Williams. He suggested Jayhawk on my Facebook post. Next up is Kara Fuller, who came up with Jayhawk. They said she read it in the other comments. And Mr. Frank Forrest, who came up with several suggestions, the first one of which was Jayhawk. So thank you to Phil, Kara, and Frank for the name suggestion. I know Jaybird was a popular one too, from 577 Jersey. A lot of people did like that one. But based on the voting results, Jayhawk did win. So going forth, we will be having the drone being called Jayhawk. So thanks to everyone who did participate. Hopefully it was fun to help have some creative choices in that and to feel like you are, having somewhat of a say as to certain things on my channel. So thank you in advance for that. And let me get rid of this screen here and we will continue on. Just give me a moment here. Voting results, goodbye. Remove those. Okay. Jayhawk is good. Yeah, I'm happy with it. Phoenix would have been great. Phoenix is a good name for me because of the Phoenix roller coaster at Knoebels. Jaybird seemed kind of catchy too. Even Ralphie 1, from good old Christmas Story. Right up, right there. Ralphie, so. Everyone that's tuning in, welcome. Glad to have you here. We're approaching 200, so awesome. If you're here for the first time, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Don't forget, if you do enjoy any part of tonight's show, give one of these. It's free. It only takes a second and lets me know and YouTube know that you do enjoy my content. So we're going to keep moving along at a pretty brisk rate here because I do have a lot of things in store for tonight. Since we are starting earlier, though, we do have a little bit more leeway as to running the show a bit longer. Tonight's Going Back in Time video is a longer video. It's around 40 minutes, I believe. So we're going to keep things going at a good pace here so that we don't draw it out too long, but we do have some leeway since the start time is earlier. Oh, by the way, so let me announce that too. In case you are new or in case you haven't heard the changes, let me get that out of the way first. Starting tonight, obviously, going forward for the remainder of the year, 2021, the new start time is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We did move it back an hour just to give more people a chance to catch the show and maybe not have to cut it out early due to having to go to sleep for work, stuff like that. So 8 p.m. will be the start time of every show. The show has switched to every other week, so it will be 2 shows a month. We may throw in a bonus one here or there, but for the most part, every other Sunday will be our Sunday Night Live show. On top of that, question of the week is now up to you guys. Now, I do want to clarify, I noticed a little bit of confusion on my community post. Now, on the day of the show, which is today, I did put out on my community post saying, all right, guys, submit your questions for question of the week. Now, the questions I'm asking for are not directly for me. It's not for me to answer for you guys. It's for me to ask to you guys watching. So most people did follow it, but there were a few people that did ask questions specific to me, and that wouldn't be related to anyone else. So just so there's no confusion, the questions that you submit are going to be asked by me to you guys. And I always do include my answer as well. But just make sure that you are asking as a whole, not specific to me personally. Other than that, though, we are going to be having special guests throughout the year, whether it's going to be on the stream itself, through StreamYard, doing it virtually, or here in the studio, if things do kind of open up and things do cooperate as far as the whole pandemic-wise. But we'll see what happens in the remainder of the year. But mail call is going to happen every episode, as long as there is mail. We're still going to do Question of the Week, which is courtesy of you guys, and going back in time watching my older videos. Aside from that, everything else will remain the same. I do get through those segments and then reserve the rest of the time for you guys to chat, answer questions, stuff like that. Just kind of, fill in any dead time that we want to continue to keep chatting on the stream. But now that that's out of the way, if you do have any questions after the stream, feel free to reach out to me. I will do my best to answer it. But I think it's pretty clear, cut and dry, and I think these changes are going to make for a great season 2 of Sunday Night Live. So now that I'm done rambling, let's get on with mail call.
You've got mail.
We do indeed have mail. Okay, so I do have several things here. I do have a few cards I'm going to share with you guys that I did receive after Christmas time. They were Christmas cards, and I was told to open them when I do receive them. So I did open them already. I'll share them with you. show you what they are, let you know who they're from, and then we will continue. Now I'm going to show you a little surprise here. If you guys bear with me 1 second, because this is new to me. I do have a side-facing camera now. So I'm able to show you kind of up close and personal now what is on my desk, and to give you some more vantage points of tonight's and ongoing Sunday Night Lives. This is going to be great for special guests, and I do have, you know, a nice view here of the desk. So the first card here, this is from Mary Jones, who I believe is in the chat here tonight. It just says, to JP and family, thank you for all that you do. It's been a true blessing finding your channel. I always look forward to your coming online. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from Mary Jones. Wishing you a magical and memorable Christmas. So thank you, Mary, for that. Next one here. A note to thank you. This says, thanks a bunch. Love, Dana. This is Dana from Dana, who is Barbara Bray's daughter. So Barb, if you're in the chat, not sure, but I did receive Dana's card, and she did sign it herself with some blue colored ink. But just saying thanks a bunch, because I did send her a nice little Christmas blanket, just as our way of saying thanks to what they do for us as far as being supporters of the channel. Okay, next one. Season's Greetings with a red truck with a wreath on it. Beautiful looking card there. This one is from Pam. JP, wishing you and your family a wonderful holiday season. Thank you for sharing your family and your adventures with me. My husband and I always look forward to your videos. Looking for a happy, healthy 2021. Sending you warm wishes for a very Merry Christmas. Warmest wishes, Pam Van Horn. Cast Iron Pam. And we do have one more here. Beautiful winter scene. The blue background. Sparkling tree. This one says, and Happy New Year, dear Jay, Joe, Lily. May your holidays be bright with happiness, warm with joys of the season, and filled with many wonderful moments. Thank you for making this year less stressful. Always something fun to look forward to. Love you guys, Barb and Dana. They always write such kind and thoughtful cards and express how they do appreciate what I do for you guys. So to each and every one of you who did send those cards after Christmas or for Christmas, let me get myself back up on the screen here. I do want to thank you for thinking of myself and my family to send those out, because like I said, everything I do for you is for you, and get any type of appreciation, whether it's just a handwritten note or a thoughtful gift, it definitely means a lot. So now that those are out of the way, we do have new stuff to open. We're going to start, as always, with the envelopes first, then move to the packages and boxes. But quick advance question, what do you guys think of the secondary camera angle? Do you think it's good to be able to see up close what I have here? Or do you prefer just one camera angle right here? I think it's good to go back and forth, especially for certain things if it's hard to show you fine details, but curious what your feedback is. Love it, like it, awesome. I think it's pretty cool to be able to switch back and forth. Both, like the option. Alright, so seems like almost everyone is in favor of it, so I'm glad. That was something I did not plan. It was kind of spare of the moment thing. Bought myself a secondary Logitech camera, and through the streaming software, I could put up to, I think, 4 cameras, so I could actually even add more if I want to. But if I do have special guests on, sitting next to me, I could have a camera on them, so when they're speaking, I could cut to them, which is going to be kind of like a more interactive, almost like a podcast type setup. Okay, so right here we do have from Barb and Dana a nice blue envelope. Now, certain things I'm not going to show up close, obviously, for privacy reasons, but anything is worth sharing, it will cut to the second camera. More cowbell or more train horn. I have a sickness, and the only prescription is more train horn. That was a joke that somebody said in the one stream. And there was a truck on the back, of course. I think that's a stamp. I have to get myself one of those. Okay, so Bravo. Not sure what the Bravo's for. Let's find out. Okay, so Trying to think what I want to share, what I don't want to share. Okay, let me move this out of the way here. And then we'll cut over. Okay, it says, thought I already mailed this. Well, better late than never. Going through with the torturous leg waxing for our entertainment. Bravo. So she's saying bravo for the leg waxing. Impressive doesn't begin to cover. Congratulations, 150 plus thousand subscribers. Praying this is a very good year for the JPVideos family. Love you, Barb and Dana. So she always does include a very generous monetary donation. So thank you once again for that. And let's see. It says, have no idea where I got this business card, LOL, but just curious if you are near Glasgow, Pennsylvania. And it's a business card of Randall Rustics, Glasgow, Pennsylvania. I'm not sure how you got that, Barb, being that you're several states away, but no, I don't know where Glasgow is. But that is kind of funny, though. Have a Pennsylvania item in your possession. But thank you, Barb and Dana, for the card. The leg waxing was worth it. The hair is slowly starting to grow back. Everything's coming in as it should. No irritation, no itchiness, thankfully. Just a little bit of roughness from the new hairs growing in. But it was well worth it for your entertainment. I had a good time with it. But I don't see myself doing it again anytime soon. Okay, next one here is from British Columbia, from Leslie J. She has sent items in the past, and I do have an idea that this may be something railroad related, but we will find out in just a moment. Sent airmail. Hard to watch, you felt it. Surprisingly enough, that first pull, which I thought was going to be the worst, was the easiest one. After that, they got harder and worse, more painful. But I think I did pretty good. It's down by me, Glasgow, says Dan. Okay, so it's out kind of western Pennsylvania, not too far from Altoona. Yeah, so we do have a photo envelope here. Okay, yep, we do have 2 photos of locomotives, and let's see. Okay, so there's a really, really long letter here. I'm going to read that privately just so I don't take up too much time, but it is something that she wrote very detailed as far as the information of these locomotives. But as always, she does include some information on the back. So let me cut to the second camera. I got to stop saying that and telling myself that. So here's the first one. Canadian Forest Products. So it says Englewood Logging Railway Locomotive 303 in its original colors, abandoned to the elements of weather. That is up in, I guess, British Columbia somewhere. That would be pretty neat to see in person. Anything that's sitting abandoned that's railroad related definitely is right up my alley. The second one here says Englewood Logging Railway Locomotive 304, rebuilt with a Caterpillar engine, Western Forest Product colors. So Caterpillar is known for their heavy equipment. So it has like something you would see in probably a bulldozer or even like a rock truck. But she always does send these from time to time, showing different either former or current railroad companies up there in our neighbor up in Canada there. So thank you from Leslie J for those photographs. I do keep them, and I'm starting to get a nice little collection of them. Alrighty, moving right along. Next one here is someone, Holly B, out of Ohio. Not familiar with any Hollies as viewers, but never can tell. Maybe it's someone who watches quietly. Dana got a question. What's Dana's question? Oh, Donna got a question. Sorry. Let's see if I can find it here. I don't see a question from Donna, but feel free to ask again. If I don't see it, hopefully the mods can answer. All right, so we got a little, I guess I can show it here, a little fox and a hedgehog. Okay, I can actually show this to you guys. So here's the card. Christmas fox, a little hedgehog on top of a present. And inside we got something pretty neat here. It says Big Thunder Mountain Railroad Magic Kingdom Pressed Penny. Wow. Share the warmth of Christmas with the ones you love the most. Happy holidays. Looking forward to 2021, Holly. And I don't know how to pronounce this. It's Maeve. Maeve? Holly and Maeve? But that is a pressed penny from our very own Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Magic Kingdom. I have ridden that. It's one of my favorite rides here at Magic Kingdom. The Runaway Train right next to Splash Mountain. So I have a pressed penny now. That is pretty cool. Thank you, though, Holly and Maeve. I do apologize if I mispronounced that. Do I like steam engines? Of course. Steams are my favorite. All right, now we're going to go to the soft packages, and then we have, I think, 3 of those and 3 boxes, so a bit more to go, but I'm doing my best to keep moving, and hopefully you guys are enjoying to see what came in. And, you know, I'm talking to the front camera, and I have the side camera on. I'm going to have to get used to that. Okay, next one is from our very own Marty Jones. I think she's in the house tonight. Feels like something kind of thick in there. I'll have to open up and see. You know, I've never been a collector of pressed pennies. I know Disney has them. Even Knoebels has them. And I always thought in the back of my mind, you know what? Maybe one day I should start doing that. And I never do. It doesn't come to mind when I'm in there at the place or at the location. But maybe that's the motivation to get me started. Disney be kind of hard. I don't know when I'll be back there with Knoebels. I could certainly do. Oh, Holly's here. Okay, I pronounce Maeve correctly. Okay, that's good. I don't like when I butcher stuff. Oh, we got some treats. Alrighty, so we do have 2 envelopes here. One is addressed to Lily, so I will say that for her. And Marty, I will, if you want, shoot me an email, and I'll let you know in a couple of days what she thinks of whatever's in here. So I'll put that on the side. This one does say to Jay and Jill. So actually, those pressed pennies is actually a good idea when you think about it, because if something was to ever shut down, whether it's due to decline in business or pandemic or anything else, it's a good little memento to have. Especially Knoebels, they have they have several throughout the park. Disney, I actually didn't even realize unless you buy them in a gift shop, but I like the ones at the machines that you see where you crank it and it presses out right in front of you. So those are the kind that I would want to try to find. Oh boy, got a bunch of stuff in here. Okay. So let me cut. Okay, I gotta stop saying that. I'm just gonna do it. Okay, so it says, cup of cheer. Wishing you a cup of cheer. So it's a nice little mug of hot cocoa with some reindeer marshmallows. Inside it says, Christmas ornament gift card for Jill. No, Christmas ornaments gift card for Jill. Santa and sleigh for Jay. I'll show you what she means in a moment. May your holiday season be sweet in every way. Merry Christmas with love and hugs. From Marty. And what she's referring to in here is 2 gift cards. So Santa and the sleigh and the ornament. So there's 2 gift cards, one for me, one for Jill, with the receipt, with a very generous amount added to them. And I do see that there's one for Lily as well. So thank you so much there. I have to get a third hand. Thank you so much, Marty, for thinking of myself and Jill and Lily, of course. She still has some gift cards to spend from Christmas, so this is going to be added on to whatever she wants to get, whether it's a new game for her Switch or something else. But thank you so much for that. Oh, she is here. Okay, yes, it did make it safe and sound, so it arrived. Oh, but before we move on, we've got some treats here. So also included, we got something I'm going to share with you guys tonight. A Snickers tree candy bar. I don't think I've ever had one of those. So we got 3 of those, and then 3 Russell Stover's hot chocolate melt away Santas. Wow, I never even knew that existed. I'm a fan of hot chocolate. I'm a fan of Russell Stover's, so I'm pretty excited to try that. So 3 of them, one for myself, Jill, and Lily, but I will share one of these with you guys. We'll put it on the side for now. Remind me it's there. Don't let me forget. I'm going to do a little palate cleanser here. That's the thing that's great about mail call is that obviously I know it's available in my area, but many of you who do live in different parts of the country or even different parts of the state do see what else is out there more than what I could see. And when you guys send it in, it's always a pleasant surprise. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Never knew that existed. And, you know, something simple as hot chocolate puts a smile on my face. So I'm just glad to reap the rewards of you guys finding the awesome gifts and sending them my way. Okay, next one. You know who this is from, right? The most thoughtful company in the world. Amazon. They thought of me once again. Melon break. Anything chocolate, love hot chocolate. I'm right there with you, Gail. Zombie with a $1 super chat. You know you can include text with that too, but thank you for the $1 super chat. Guess he must have got a bonus at Walmart. I don't think there was a label in there. Okay, so whoever's watching, if you are watching, you may know that this is from you. If so, please confirm. Let me double check the bag though. No label. Okay. No sign, no label. From Lisa. Okay, she confirmed it. So on the theming of Ralphie and Christmas Story, we do have, I'll show it to you this way. The Old Man Furnace Fighter, Northern Indiana. That is pretty funny. I do not have that shirt or anything with just the old man. He is a great character on the movie. And now I have something to represent the Northern Indiana Furnace Fighter. So thank you for that, Lisa. That is a terrific shirt. These shirts I don't only wear at Christmas time. I wear them year round. So you will see this in the near future on one of my videos or live streams. But great choice. I love it. Who closed the damper? Again? Okay, Fulfillment Center. It's another shirt. Okay, so it says what it is. It says notes from buyer, but it doesn't say who it's from. All right, this one may be Lisa as well. I have a feeling it is since it's in the same genre, same movie. Might be easier to show you this one on the main camera. Okay, from Lisa again. Got $1 for a survey. Boy, I remember they used to pay $5. You got gypped. Okay. Red Ryder BB gun. Fantastic shirt. Anything, as you already know, related to Christmas Story is a winner in my book. So, awesome shirt. I don't own too many red shirts, so this is going to be one of the rare ones. but I do have now an ever-growing collection of Christmas Story clothing and especially t-shirts. But thank you once again, Lisa. Great items, great choices. And to have the Red Rider, well, I have the Red Rider right here. This is from Lisa as well, with the engraved stock. I did a video on this already, but I'll definitely be shooting this, probably wearing this. Hey, Kenya. We got a bunch of late arrivals. You're not the only one. Okay, next one. It says Marco's Emporium out of New Jersey, but I believe that's probably the shipper. So we'll have to dig into this and see who it's from. Absolutely, Sarah. Big kid. Alrighty, so we do have an item in a box here. Okay, let me see if it says who it's from. It does not have who it came from, so I don't know if Lisa, if this is from you, if you can confirm, or if it's from someone else. But it is something I believe for my train layout. So I'll show you what it is. Okay, it says Main Street Firehouse. It's from Lenox, Holiday Village Fire Station Votive. Let me show you up close. So here it is. This is a light up, I believe, a ceramic firehouse. I don't know if I have one on my layout or not. RJ could probably tell better than me because he's been pretty in-depth with it, helped me get it set up. But I definitely have room for this, and without a doubt, is going to be added on there probably tomorrow, which I'm going to be doing an update video on, or a live stream, because we are pretty much near completed with the additions and changes to my train layout. So this is going to be great. I actually do have a few fire trucks on there right now, so this is going to be perfect to put the fire trucks in front of. But is this from Lisa? I'm not sure. If it's not, I don't know who it's from, but it is a great little piece here, so I'm excited to put that out. And you guys are going to love the layout. If you've been following along, I did share some photos here and there, and for my last live stream, it's going to look much different. I do have some new rides, I have some new buildings, new trains. It is pretty awesome at this point, so feel free to leave me some feedback. Would you like a live stream update of the train layout, or would you prefer an edited video where I could kind of position the camera in different places and give you some rides on the train? Let me know whether live or in the replay, and we'll see what the majority says. I'm not sure who it's from, though, so I'm sorry if I missed it, if someone did announce it already. Otherwise, if you do catch us in the replay and it's from you, thank you so much. Oh, boy. Okay, this one is from Andrew K. out of New Jersey. And it's a pretty heavy box. Most of you are saying live. Okay, so how about we'll do live first for debuting, re-debuting the layout. And then for the next video, I'll do an edited video with the action camera, taking some rides on the train, stuff like that. So we'll do best of both worlds, but we will do a live stream first based on most of the feedback here of live streaming. Either way, I get to play with trains, so it's a win-win for me. Got a few things in here, and it's labeled JP. And as we speak, I believe that is... Who is that? Salem is walking through my village. She is a good one, though. She's very dainty, tries not to knock anything over. Jinx bulldozes through. He doesn't care what's in his way. He knocks trees over, knocks people over, knocks cars over, derails trains. But overall, they're actually pretty good with the layout, but they do use it as their little crossing platform to get to the other side of the basement. Live streams are awesome. Yes, and that will be part of the news I'm sharing later on tonight. I do have news regarding the upcoming schedule and stuff that's coming out this week. So if you're curious for that, I will share that at the end of the stream. Thought I missed a comment here someone was saying, but guess not. Another JP. Another JP. There's lots of stuff here. Something that's not for me, but it's kind of funny how they wrote the message. Another JP. And a bag, a black mysterious bag. Christopher, short answer, we're doing great. Thanks for asking, but any questions or general chit-chat will shave until after these segments, but as a whole, we're all doing really good, so thank you for that, for asking. Okay, so Andrew K. from New Jersey sent a box full of stuff, so we're just going to have to dive right into it. Guess we'll start with the bag here. Oh, it's a nice surprise. We do have some sweet treats. We do have Reese's peanut butter trees, a whole bag full of them. And more of them. This is white chocolate. So we have white chocolate and milk chocolate peanut butter trees. And Reese's peanut butter cups are one of my favorite peanut butter treats. So I know these are going to be good. So thank you in advance for the Reese's peanut butter trees. Almost reminds me of Smidgens from Gertrude Hawkes. Okay, so next up here says Merry Christmas, Happy New Year 2020. It says number 1, so I'm guessing these may get open in order. I'm kind of perplexed as to what this is. Okay, so it's a photo album. It's got some type of beautifully decorated home on it. This is interesting. Give me a second here. Okay, so what's inside of here kind of threw me off. I don't really know what to make of it, and hopefully there's a letter or something explaining it. Inside is basically a photo album of screenshots from my video where we found the John Deere Gator. So they have a Sunday Night Live picture, and these are all screenshots from that video. There's RJ, there's me showing close-ups of it. So he took actual screenshots and printed them out and put them in the album. But I'm not really sure why, though. I mean, it's a nice little way to document it. Maybe this video stood out to them. There's some close-ups of me. But as to why, I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. But that is threw me off for a bit. And then further back, there's some during my outro with RJ. Now we got some freight trains with some trailers on them. He went to a lot of effort, though, to print all these out and put them in an album, so I do appreciate the effort. See, these are new UPS containers made to transfer cargo quickly. Yes, it's got a lot of different trailers on trains here. It looks like maybe BNSF. And some wintry or Christmas scenes here. So that is different, but I do enjoy it. It's kind of a neat way to document that adventure and that location. So let's see what else we got. I must have, these are all albums, I believe. Yeah, I believe these are all photo albums. So another one here with a, looks like a angel looking over two children. I think my thing's out of focus. Give me a second here. Nope, we're okay. Let me give it a brief glance at it. Okay, got a snowman there. Looks like maybe the Christmas star. Another Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, and then it's me. It's me during one of my Sunday Night Live episodes. Sunday Night Live, Goodbye Halloween, Hello November. Now, these are all screenshots. Here's my train, the Christmas Story lights. Yeah, it's all different screenshots from that episode. Sunday Night Live starting to feel like Christmas. My giveaway thumbnail. Yeah, I'm just glancing at the chat. Jamie, yeah, photo albums are kind of a thing of the past, so it's kind of neat to have something like this. See everyone on the 19th as we pick the winner. A new Sunday Night Live. So yeah, they picked various ones. Here's with me, with Ralphie, with the inflatable bunny. There's I think that was given to me from Ellen from the museum, I believe. And now some nice, beautiful winter village scenes. Got Santa. Got a child looking at the reindeer. Yeah, so just a nice collection of photos. Most of them are surrounding Sunday Night Live. Here's a picture of some deer. Trying to lose the glare there. 2021, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And on the back, some cardinals and a church. So that's photo album number 2. I wish there was a letter or something. I don't know. So this one just says, give it to him. So, him being RJ78 Productions. So I'm not even going to bother looking into this. I will be respectful. Since it is intended for him, I will give this to him. And I'll be seeing him in just a few days. So he will have this, and hopefully he could share his thoughts on his channel on a video or live stream. Okay, another one here. Another album. I gotta say, he went to a lot of effort. Another photo album here. This one, another snowman looking at the Christmas or North Star. Okay, this one is... Okay, this one's not about me. This one is about a train bridge. Oh, and it does cut to me. Okay, so I'll briefly show you through it. It says the Big Four Railroad Bridge, Louisville, Kentucky. I guess that's a prominent bridge there in Louisville, Kentucky. Looks like a reporter there doing a broadcast. Different shots of the bridge. I love these old truss bridges too. They look so neat. Kentucky and Indiana Terminal railroad bridge, so they obviously know I'm a lover of railroads, and I filmed plenty of bridges as well, even some trestles, which is going to be coming to that. Looks like it was maybe reconverted into a pedestrian bridge. Yeah, they got benches and walkways on it. That's pretty neat. Got a pigeon there. Looks like a shot maybe from the bridge. An overview shot of two separate bridges, and there's the reporter again. And here we're coming to some, looks like maybe some wooden trestles. Yeah, looks like maybe some abandoned bridges, stuff like that. So, Runyon trestle. And then we come to me, where I crossed this trestle for my first time. I think it was 2 years ago, called Facing My Fears. I was joined by Cliff, the Wandering Woodsman, and that was a incredible experience. I almost didn't cross it, but then I did. This looks like the Taylor Black Bridge, which is from one of my live streams when we went down to see it. Here's some freight cars, gondola cars, BNSF covered hopper cars, insulator I found. So it's almost like they documented some of my journeys here and throwing in their own little stuff every so often. Yeah, a lot of different freight trains. CSX, BNSF, Santa Fe. Not sure why that's there. Cliff with Pop-Tarts, Waterfall, and Mail Time. Unfortunately, we don't keep in touch anymore. I haven't heard from him in a long time. But it's good to relive some of the memories. And again, some beautiful scenes in the back. All right, last one here. I know this is taking longer than expected. I did not know this was coming. And there's so many, but they are enjoyable to look at. But no letter. I always do ask if you do send something, especially if it's personalized, to send a letter. At least, let me know something. We got two of them here. I'm just going to briefly look through them. This is I think this is for Lily's video. I can't remember. It was a live stream. Maybe it was my live stream where I did a Chow Team episode with Lily, trying some Mexican candy. Then there's me making little smokies at the culvert. So you just grab still some videos and live streams. Some more freight cars. I'll look through these more in depth, obviously on a different time, but just wanted to quickly see what's in here. One more here. Yeah, BNSF locomotives. I've yet to see those in person. There was actually one at the Taylor Yard a couple weeks ago. Norfolk Southern. I do follow that, obviously. Let me switch here. Yes, I'm just briefly buzzing through these. Oh, they even have some from the Railroaders Memorial Museum, the GG1, right there. Yeah, a bunch of locomotives in this one. Conrail looks like, or no, NREX, BNSF, Santa Fe. Okay. All right, so that was interesting, but pretty neat though. It was Andrew K. from New Jersey sent me a bunch of photo albums that he looks like he created himself. He went through, I guess, maybe some of his favorite videos and grabbed screenshots, printed them out, and put them in makeshift photo albums. So, as I mentioned, photo albums are not very common nowadays. Everything is digital, but that is neat to see some of my past videos and explorations and live streams, and including some bonus stuff from different parts of wherever they're located or wherever BNSF, where the pictures were taken of some other railroading stuff. On a side note, though, I do ask that if you ever want to send something to another friend of mine or content creator, to please reach out to them. I personally do not like to receive stuff and have to be responsible for it until they get it. I've had some mishaps in the past. I do know Alan right now of Revenge of the Apocalypse does have a P.O. box, and he is accepting things for RJ if anybody wants to send RJ stuff. So although I will get it to RJ in advance in the future, please don't send anything to me for someone else, especially without my knowing about it. It just can get complicated. I prefer not to go through that avenue. But thank you, though, for the photo albums. If you do happen to watch this live or on the replay, feel free to send me an email. Let me know your ideas behind that. But thank you for the creativity of making some personalized photo albums. All right, we got one box left, and we're going to get through mail call here. This one is from, I do know already, from Adventures with Dex and Jake Smith, Mr. SmithNet. They did tell me it was coming a month ago, and it came just a couple days ago. So it finally arrived, and we're going to see what it is. So there is a envelope that says to read first. I really taped it on here. Jake and Becky. Okay. Ho, ho, ho. Okay, so Jake and I found this on one of our antique thrift adventures. We instantly thought of you. Enjoy. And JP, Jill, Lily, hoping you have a great holiday. Merry Christmas from Jake and Becky. So again, she did reach out to me weeks ago, letting me know they did send this, and kept asking me, did you receive it? Did you receive it? And I'm like, no, unfortunately I didn't. And it came just this past week. So it came way behind. I guess this was intended for Christmas, but hey, like they say, better late than never. But it is taped like you wouldn't believe. So give me a moment here as I get everything ripped open. And if I'm able to, I'll show you up close what it is. It's a very custom-made box. Ah. Alright, give me a second, guys. And move this box out of the way. Okay, this is a pretty big item, so I'm going to have to show it to you on the main camera here. This is trying to understand what it is exactly. I know it's related to something. So, Becky, if you have any more information about the history or information behind this, feel free to share. But it says, to be detached by a conductor on return journey. And here it is. So it is something railroad related, obviously, with the conductor. But I don't know what it is. Looks almost like an enlargement of like a ticket or something like that, or like some type of, I don't know. Let's see. So it is a train ticket. Okay, so I was right. So it's an enlarged train ticket, and it's almost like canvas on here, and it's framed so you can hang it. That is pretty cool. Wow. So I guess you said you found this at a thrift store? Well, whoever did it did a good job at it, because it is in really good condition. It is framed out. It's got wire to hang it. It's obviously too big for my studio here, but it actually can go down here near my train layout. So without a doubt, this will be hanging on the wall near some of my other pictures and items. So thank you, Jake and Becky. That is really thoughtful and a great find. Definitely don't have anything close to that, so that is pretty cool. Thanks so much, guys. I'll make sure the cats don't step on that one. Yep, at a thrift store. That was a nice find. I don't know why somebody would get rid of that. Okay, so that does conclude our mail call. Now we're going to move on to our next segment here. Let me just breeze the chat really quick, make sure I didn't miss anything important, and then we'll continue on. I'm glad we started earlier tonight because this is a longer episode. We're already an hour in, and we're only moving to our second segment. So this is probably going to be a 2.5 hour stream, but I'm doing my best to keep things moving as quickly as possible. I've never seen a big train ticket, says Jacob. Yeah, me either. Greetings from Sacramento. Hello there. Antique shop. I think thrift store, she said, but regardless, it's a nice find. You've got no more mail. That's right. Post office is delayed on mine. Yes, Muppets, I do know you did reach out to me. Something is coming, and as I said, the train layout is not going anywhere. I know you stated it was for that and something that you made yourself, so I'm really excited to see what that is. I'll keep checking the post office regularly, and hopefully it'll be in time for the next episode. Alrighty, let's move on to our next segment here. So, question of the week came from Jeff Batchick. Sorry if I mispronounced that. What changes have you made emotionally, physically, and or spiritually to better protect yourself during this pandemic? That was a question that he submitted on my community tab, and I did pick that one to start off tonight's episode with a viewer suggestion or submission of question of the week. So, and the way this works is, as it's always been in the past, I will give you guys my answer, but I do ask you for your answer first. So you guys want to tell me, what changes have you made emotionally, physically, and or spiritually to better yourself during this pandemic? So have at it. Let me know your thoughts on that question, and then I will share mine. But special shout out to Jeff for tonight's question. And just to reconfirm that the questions have to be questions for everyone. They're not questions directed to me, like what's your favorite abandoned video or abandoned explore. These are questions that I ask to the audience, to the viewing audience, so that I can hear your thoughts and also share mine. But please don't ask questions directed specifically for me. That's not what it's intended for. It's intended for everyone as a whole. David says, JP, is your camera okay? I think so. Is there something wrong that I should know about? Therapy in school, spent more time out in nature. Still stressing. Started a YouTube channel, pray more. Started off-roading, started walking. It's blurry. Doesn't look blurry for me. I'm looking at it on the live screen and on the YouTube screen, and it looks clear to me. Make sure you have your resolution showing 720p. Nothing wrong. Okay, nothing wrong with the camera. Not much, just wearing a mask, avoiding crowds. Yeah, I'm not seeing any blurriness, guys. So if you are, try refreshing the stream or click down on the gear icon. Make sure you're showing 720p as the resolution. But I have everything tweaked at the highest quality possible. Man, I think you eat more than I do. You're always going to get food. Okay, yes, I'm just reading your responses here. Resolution was wrong, says Donna. Yeah, it should be nice and clear for you guys. Lock my door. Never did that before, says Myra. Yeah, unfortunately, you have to lock pretty much everything. Well, for me, not a whole lot changed. Just a couple things subtly. Number one, with the whole pandemic thing, with the whole social distancing, it hasn't really affected me a whole lot because I personally don't enjoy being around large groups of people or in crowded areas. I do like my space. I do enjoy my privacy. So those aspects haven't really changed. The only thing I've adjusted to or have changed personally is learning to be more patient, more understanding. Even though I don't agree with all the changes that have been made for businesses and for gatherings, stuff like that, I do understand there is a reason behind it. So I am doing my best to try to be patient and understanding, to try to go with the flow and not try to fight it. Because obviously it's a losing battle, and winning a small victory doesn't mean you're going to win the war, so to speak. Not to get too deep into that, but I just learned to be more patient, more understanding, kind of go with the flow and make small changes that are more, not appeasing, but more enjoyable for myself. Like just doing more things outside by myself or with a close group of friends. Going to Knoebels, even though we had to wear a mask, it was still great to get out, ride some rides at Knoebels. So just trying to make the best of the worst situation and to be more patient, more understanding, which is hard for me. I'm not a very patient person. I am, for the most part, understanding. But again, even though I don't agree with everything, I am trying my best to kind of just ride it out and hope for the best. But thanks, Jeff, for that question. And again, if you guys want a chance to be acknowledged and have a shout out for question of the week, all you have to do is go to my community tab. Usually around noontime on the day of the episode, I will post submit your question for a question of the week. There was about 20 some questions tonight, so those of you who did reach out with questions, thank you for that. There was actually many good choices, but I just picked one randomly out of my favorites. And if you guys didn't get picked, feel free to submit again next time, whether it's the same question or a different question. You can even enter multiple questions, but each and every Sunday episode, which is every other week, you guys will submit the question, and I'll pick you and give you a little shout out for question of the week. And another thing just to mention too, which I mentioned more so in my first video of 2021 where I did the little solo walking adventure at Nyack Park. During my outro, I did say some words that came to mind, which I'm not going to get on a rambling spree here, but just to reiterate what I said there is that, with everything going on in the world, especially with the pandemic alone is stressful enough. Then you have stuff like what happened at the Capitol, which I'm not going to discuss, but I'm just making some examples here of that the world is not a great place right now. And there's a lot of negativity, a lot of hate, a lot of drama, a lot of unnecessary things that don't need to be happening on top of all that other stuff. So I just want to remind people that, if something negative happened in the past with yourself, with someone else, what's in the past is past. Everyone, and I mean everyone, at some time comes across a situation that may make them angry, sad, depressed, upset, whatever it is. But what's in the past is in the past. We can't change the past. We can only try to make changes going forth. We live in the present, and focusing on the past, which I'm guilty of sometimes, does nothing but to stress you out. Give you some more gray hairs, just leave you with an unsettled feeling. And I strive to do my best to not focus on the past, not to focus on the bad, not to focus on the things I can't control. So all I can say is just do your best to focus on yourself, make changes, make decisions that make you happy. Don't worry about other people's thoughts or feelings so much. Everyone has to be happy with himself before they can worry about anyone else. So just try not to nitpick. Try not to spread any negativity more than it has to. So I know it's easier said than done, and we're all guilty of it, but at least that's something we could try to do going into 2021 here. And hopefully, like I said, we could ride it out, and maybe sometime this year we'll get some good news that, hey, this thing's under control. Masks are optional now. They're not mandatory. And you can have as many people as you want in a restaurant. You can have family gatherings. You can have friends over. Good things are going to come. It's just a waiting game, and that's where patience comes to mind. So just wanted to put that out there. If you didn't watch that video, that is basically what I said. Negative things, negative people come and go, but we can't focus on the past. Let's just focus on now and do what we can to better ourselves. So let's go to our last and final segment, Back in Time.
Gotta get back in time.
Okay, Back in Time, I have a really fun video for you. It's going to include motorcycles. It's going to include some scary moments. It's going to include some cool collectibles. Some of you may have seen this video. Some of you may have not. It's a longer video. If you can't stay and watch, completely understandable. If you want to watch it on your own, you're welcome to. And if you want to watch something cool with me, like always, I'll pause at certain moments, share my commentary throughout, and we'll enjoy it together. So just give me a few seconds here and I'll get everything situated. Alrighty, so we have what is called Defying Gravity on the Wall of Death. And the gentleman's name is Rhett Rotten. He's a motorcycle stunt rider. And he was located at Bill's old bike barn. And this was June of 2019. And I went there, was able to film him riding what is called the Wall of Death. That's basically a round wooden barrel, straight up and down walls. And he rides motorcycles on the inside of it with centrifugal force, keeping him against the walls. He actually grabs money out of your hands. It's a pretty exciting show, very similar to other stunt shows I've seen at the Bloomsburg Fair with the California Hell Riders. And also while we're here, we're going to check out parts of Bill's old bike barn. So if you guys haven't seen this, the intro itself will kind of get your attention. So let's roll with it right now. And as always, let me know if you need me to adjust the volume. Everyone, how are we with volume? Everything sound okay so far? I got a really cool video for you today. I'm coming to you from Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania, home of Bill's old bike barn. It's a place I made a couple videos of not that long ago, and I dubbed it the best museum collection in Pennsylvania, if not all the country. But that's not why we're here today. We're here today because it's Bill's birthday bash weekend, and he's celebrating by having some special events here. And the thing we're checking out is back here. The Rhett Rotten Wall of Death. Now, if you're not sure what that is, the Wall of Death is a motorcycle stunt show where they race around a wooden barrel on straight up and down walls, and it's unlike anything you've ever seen. Now, I've actually seen similar shows by the California Hell Riders when they performed at the Bloomsburg Fair multiple times, and you can hear they're starting up. But this is my first time watching Rhett Rotten perform, so I'm really excited to share with you guys, and if you're ready, come along with me. Now, one of the other things he has going on here today is he opened up his shops to a public picking event where you could come look through his stuff and see if there's any items that you'd like to make an offer on to purchase. And he's got a collection of people here that are going through, which is like a parts warehouse here. If you look in here, it's pretty incredible. They got dozens and dozens of motorcycles. All new. So going inside here is actually a rare treat. This is typically not open to the public. This is during Bill's birthday bash, and what is inside this room is actually available to purchase. So you'll see motorcycle parts, new old stock, old motorcycles, a whole collection of stuff, and it was kind of a rare behind the scenes type of look, so I was glad to share it with you guys. Old stock tires, all types of used bikes. Look, I got a Harley Davidson right here. So this is stuff that may be restored at some point, but for more or less it's a parts room they could use for rebuilding of other bikes. There's some bikes I've never seen before here.
These are all fucking little bikes, sprints, shit like that.
So pretty incredible. It's almost like a time capsule. This is like something you wish to find when you stumble upon an abandoned location full of vintage bikes or cars. So pretty cool stuff. But inside his main warehouse is where you'll find all the restored items. So this is stuff that's kind of rusty gold, and the other stuff is restored gold. So just wanted to give you a peek at that. Maybe outside here, he's got some stuff. We got a couple more bikes and some golf carts, Harley Davidson golf carts at that. I've only seen like Cup Cadet ones and stuff like that, but anybody remember these golf carts, whether at a golf course or some type of large park or something like that? These are very common at amusement parks for staff to ride around, and also at golf courses. But Harley Davidson ones, three-wheel ones, are not so common nowadays. I'd imagine these ones are pretty rare. That one's been there a while. It's growing weeds on it. And even Harley Davidson snowmobile. Got a restored one of those in the shop. And here's a look inside the back area where we just were. If you'd like to learn how Bill ended up having all these parts and bikes, you'll have to go back and watch my first video. I kind of explained the history as to how he got started and to how he accumulated so much. So if you ever watched that video, click up in the corner of the screen. Christopher, how many bikes are in that garage? I would say probably between 20 and 30, but that's only a small portion. He has other warehouses with other bikes, and inside the main building where the museum is, there's probably at least 100 bikes. He's got quite a collection. It'll also appear at the end screen at the end of this video, but highly encourage you to watch it. You not only see a lot of the inside of the warehouse, but you learn a little bit more about Bill and his collection. And there's something really cool I want to show you. Look at this Lincoln. Looks like it has a custom airbrush paint job on it. I think it's actually Mercury. That's something else, huh? Even up on top, we got the fighter jets. That's really cool. I believe he uses this in parades. I think he used it in the Armed Forces parade, I believe. We got an aircraft carrier. So, definitely something different. Now right in front of us, some of you may remember this. This is an actual ride vehicle from Knoebels. I mentioned this in my first video here. This is part of the boat tag. They used to be near the bumper boats where the Impulse is now. I used to actually ride in there. One person would drive the boat, and one would be up there shooting tennis balls at bystanders on the outside who would be shooting balls back at you. So it's almost like a tag game, but you're shooting tennis balls at each other. And that was an actual boat that you would drive. I actually rode in one of them. I think they're powered by either a gas or diesel engine, but I know it was really hot in there and stunk really bad like fumes, but still, it was pretty cool though. So we're waiting momentarily for the show to start. He's got a few performances today. The first one's at 11, which is roughly half an hour from now. But here's another boat tag, ride vehicle. And back here, we'll give you a look at the outside of the rotten Wall of Death. You even got a Hummer here. I believe I saw this in a parade too as well. Of course, they're playing music, so I gotta make sure I don't get any copyright, so I have to be limited on what I could show for how long, or have to talk over it. But got some cool vehicles right in front of us here. Look at this one. It's got some drag slicks on the back of it. Well, looks really sweet. It's got the gunmetal paint job on it. That is pretty sweet. Also a beautiful bike right there. But here's the Wall of Death. I believe they do a outside stunt show out here on the platform, showing you what they're going to be performing with inside. And we actually go up there and stand around the top of that wooden barrel and watch them perform. So just to give you a quick sneak peek as to what else you can find out here, on the side of his building, got some more vehicles and items. And this looks like almost like the, yeah, it looks like the Pee Wee Herman bike. Wow. That is cool. Have you guys ever seen Pee Wee's Big Adventure? That's the movie where he takes his bike for a ride, goes to the bike shop, comes out and it's stolen, and it turns out that his neighbor or nemesis Francis reportedly was behind the stealing of it, but it is basically almost a replica of that same bike from Pee Wee's Big Adventure. I don't think it's his bike exactly, but very similar to it though. That is really awesome. And if you look up top, probably well over a couple thousand license plates. Anyone need a plate? There's literally everything here. This is, I think, a cooler. They fill it with ice and have drinks, yeah. I remember seeing those, I think, at stores or maybe fairs, but it's a drink cooler. Got some other cool stuff here. And there's the inside. But just amazing and vast collection of stuff. They even got the Big Boy, which I believe was for various restaurants, including Elby's. So really cool. I actually have a picture of Retro standing or modeling next to the Big Boy that was there when we went, when she was here over the summer. And these are, I think, coin-operated ride vehicles or from amusement park rides, if I'm not mistaken. It does resemble that. So much to see, so much to look at. So for those of you that haven't seen my videos from this place, I'm going to give you a little preview as to what you're missing out on. I'm going to take you for a quick walkthrough and just show you briefly what's inside of here. And that should help convince you to watch my first 2 videos from this place, because there's so much inside, I had to make a 2-part video. So let's head inside and check it out. No word of lie, and people who have been here could vouch for it. This place is one of a kind, one of the best museums in Pennsylvania, if not the East Coast. Not only for motorcycles, but for other stuff. There's everything here. You could come for a week straight and probably still find new stuff to see. It is incredible. I did a 2-part video, and this is kind of a little side portion of it. But if you're ever in Pennsylvania, near Bloomsburg, I highly encourage you to check it out. They are open, I think, 3 or 4 days a week for $5. You can spend the day here and check out some American history.
Okay, so they're paid then.
Is this not something else or what? I was here probably 3-4 hours my first time here, and I probably only saw maybe half of what's here. Everywhere you look, floor to ceiling, there's something to see. Is it upstairs level as well? I'm going to give you just a brief walkthrough the main levels here. And the room we're headed towards now, the military room, this is where it all started. This was his very first room and expanded beyond this point here. But there's all kinds of crazy stuff. Got tracked vehicles, Moto Guzzi motorcycle truck, which they basically built a frame right around a motorcycle. Inside of it is an actual bike. You can see right there. And up top, just encumbrance with bikes, collectibles, a little bit of everything. There's even like a nice little military scene here. Really awesome collections here. And here's even another Harley Davidson snowmobile. I just saw one outside that's in not so good a condition, but here's a completely restored one. Even with the pull behind cart or sled. So, simply incredible. That's all I could say. Look at this trike right here. Absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, so long as anybody gives them 15, they do what they want. If they go down there, I just put a wristband on it, and they can come up here and they can duck down there. Yeah, like these folks did them. I was ready to start running my story, and then they told me. They got that one. Good. So $15 is cool, everything's cool. Yep. Great.
So whether you like motorcycles, toys, fishing, photography, this place has everything. So you don't need to be a motorcycle enthusiast to come here to appreciate what is here. I mean, look at this circular stairs. It's all covered in fishing lures. I'm sorry, fishing reels. How crazy that is. Got marlin up there. And then you walk in here, and it's like fishing heaven, like a little bait shop. How cool is that? Said I'm not going to spend too much time in here because I didn't even see this before. This almost looks like a little simulator or something. Not going to spend too much time here because I did film this already with 2 1-hour videos, but just wanted to show you what you're missing if you haven't been here or haven't watched my videos. That's actually a ride vehicle right there, a tank. That's on one of those umbrella rides that you see like at Knoebels and stuff. And this is like a little town in here. I mean, is that not an incredible shot? And this bar here is the highlight of it. This, he told me, came from the World's Fair, I believe sometime in the 60s, but look at this bar. It's got a tin roof on it. The all-time registers. Really amazing. And some of these little stores here too, you can actually go inside and get a closer look at the items. Some of them are locked, some are not. But the ones that are not, you can actually go inside and look around. Got a tobacco shop here. And just to give you a peek in here, there's no one allowed inside, but I'll stick the camera in there. Look at that. That's really cool. And then the upstairs, there's just cases with cameras, toys, even down here a camera shop. This giant camera right here. More cases of toys. Look at the pedal cars, robots, Popeye items. Everything is here. Look at Route 66 shop. And it just keeps going too. Upstairs, you'll find a collection of telephones. Now, keep in mind, this is actually 2 levels. So what you're walking on right now is the main floor. Up here, where I'm pointing with the mouse, here and behind here are walkways with even more stuff. Again, this video is not doing it justice. I'm just showing you a brief overlook. If you want to see my full walkthroughs, just search Bill's Old Bike Barn. I have 2 over 1 hour videos showing you in much more detail the mass amount of stuff that is inside and outside the building. Dolls. And we got the mayor's office. I love this room too. Look at this. With the roll top desk on it. Look at the intricate detail. This is like out of the Queen's Castle in England. This is something else. But they dubbed it as a mayor's office. Then you got a Coca-Cola room with all types of Coca-Cola merchandise, collectibles, anything and everything you can think of. Really, really cool. You know, I've said that probably a dozen times already, but it's just hard to wrap your mind around everything that's here. Got a repair shop right there. And this is all made out of beer cans. And a giant bottle that's an actual cooler. I definitely need to return and just walk around and take my time looking at everything. There's simply too much to see in one trip here. There's actually a covered bridge up there too, where you could bring a marker and sign your name on it. And he actually has his own firehouse here. Where do you see this? Aside from like fireman, fire truck merchandise and items. Look at that. Got a really cool fire truck. RJ, if you're watching this, you could probably tell me some more information about this as far as year or any statistics about it, but I mean, this is mind-blowing. Look at this little mini bike right here with the sidecar. And again, you walk all upstairs too. You walk all through there. It's all open to the public. Look at this Rolls Royce 1948 pickup truck. When's the last time you saw one of these? And for Disney lovers, there's a little Disney museum itself in here. Look at all this stuff. That is crazy. Everywhere you look. And there's even I think it's a printing press. Yeah, newspaper printing press room. Golf cart. So there's a service shop here. It's where they repair their Harleys back in the day. Again, everywhere you go, there's something to see. Look at all the heads. Wow. So that is a brief look inside Bill's Old Bike Barn. He has limited hours during the week. I think he's only open 3 or 4 days out of the week. But it's only $5 admission to come here and spend, a few hours looking at stuff that really brings you back to a better time in life. All this stuff is vintage, antique, collectibles, stuff that you maybe only saw on TV or in books, or maybe you actually had as a little kid yourself. So I highly, highly encourage you to come here and see it for yourself. Videos, pictures don't do it justice. And I really can't put into words how incredible this place is. Now today's event is a 3-day weekend celebration, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Today's Friday. $15 admission today, but that's because it's open to the pickers to go through his items to see what you want to purchase, and also for the motorcycle stunt show, and to get, basically permission to have access to all the grounds here. So I'm thrilled to be here today, and hopefully you guys enjoy the stunt show, which we should be checking out momentarily. So let's keep moving on.
steam. Isn't that how they say it? And his buckets are a little bit off the gear, but his buckets will actually pick up water.
Yeah, I saw that before.
Oh, there I lost one of these somehow. Okay. Maintenance, got to be maintenance, like on a power plant. I could slow it down by this. And that's the bob weights. Should keep it going.
That's really neat.
And that cool, it's very hot, so don't touch it. See a little guy over here cranking away? The two trains came together. That kind of
But from Cheyenne to Ogden, they restored the big boy.
Oh, okay.
And I was in Rollins, Wyoming.
That's just a battery on top of magnets.
So the
Making that coil spin around in the copper.
started there, you know.
I know a couple of you said you're not a huge fan of the music. I typically don't use music like that, but it just seemed fitting for the activity that we were showing. It's a pretty dangerous and exciting stunt show, so aside from the music, hopefully you enjoy the footage.
Alright, we're about to get started here, so we're going to see the outside demonstration.
Half the battle's this darn microphone you got to get out here and talk on sometimes, and today, that's one of my very favorite parts of the show. Not just our riding, but the character that comes with it.
Now, just to put this into perspective, if you don't know what you're looking at, this is called a roller stand. The bike is basically sitting on 3 rollers. The back wheel has 2 rollers. The front wheel is on 1 roller. Now, the bike is chained to the platform, but he is riding what is called freestyle. It's spinning. The motorcycle is running. He's in gear. He's driving it. It's spinning on the roller, so it doesn't go anywhere. But with him balancing and doing all those maneuvers, it's just as if you were doing it on the road. It's just that it's in a stationary position, but still moving and operating like a regular motorcycle. And the other thing too, it looks like the wheel's moving really slow. They're actually going around 25, 30 miles per hour. The frame rate of the camera slows it down. Looks like it's barely moving, but he is moving between 20, 30 miles per hour. Simply exploring. This was not the person. His name is Red Rotten. He is exclusive to Bill's Old Bike Barn and goes to motorcycle shows. The people at the Bloomsburg Fair were the California Hell Riders. They rode a go-kart and motorcycles inside it. Very similar setup, but different group of people.
Please don't forget to spread the word down at the Easy Rider Rodeo and bike show you guys down there. Remnant Sons Definitely proud to have you guys in the house and see you down there managing some stuff in the rodeo is pretty cool, and the tractor poles that we got going on and all that good stuff.
Large barrel that is straight up and down. I think I ride these bikes right up in front of us here. It's gonna be something that you'll never forget.
You can imagine in life, the most pressure we ever have is the pressure you put on yourself. I couldn't ask for any more of a relaxed atmosphere to come in here and ride this wall, but at the end of the day, a lot of people ask me, you know, what it is and the things you go through. And it's stuff like that you might be thinking. You know, 12 feet high, 30 feet round, built in 1938. We'll tell.
So if you can't really hear, that's the gentleman himself, Red Rotten. It's called the Wall of Death, 12 feet high. I think he said 30 feet across, built in 1938. So this is made completely out of wood. They do maintain it, but keep it original as possible. And they ride Indian and Harley Davidson motorcycles all the way up to the red line. And as you'll see, myself and others do hold out money as a way of donating to him for his efforts, and he grabs it right out of your hands.
A little more of the story as the show goes on. Thank you guys for coming up to Bill's today. My name's Rhett. Luke's gonna play us a good song, and you watch us go, baby. Give it up there.
Now, the gentleman who was just riding on it, he is relatively new to riding the Wall of Death, so he's not as experienced as Rhett. So he's basically learning as he goes, but it's just still great to see someone, you know, taking the initiative to learn this, you know, one-of-a-kind skill and to kind of face your fears, knowing that a lot could go wrong. But for what little he did, it's far beyond what most of us could do.
Standing up, hands free. Now watch this. That's me holding a $5 bill, and he's going to go around. You'll see others. You basically reach out to your elbow on the railing, and he goes around and will grab it out of your fingers. So believe it or not, he's actually allowing us access inside the Wall of Death. First time I've ever been inside of one, and we'll get a up close and personal look as to how it looks from when they ride around those walls. So let's head inside and check it out.
I'm going to be doing quite a bit of shows.
So we're actually inside the Wall of Death right now. And this is wood, straight up and down walls. So they said that this bike here is going to be getting ready to go up on the wall by the end of the weekend. And they're going to be tuning it and testing it and making sure it's going to hold up. But incredible to see it though.
When they're ready, Billy Applegate comes from the 45 left.
So that was completely awesome. Never have I ever had the opportunity to walk inside the Wall of Death, get an up close personal look at the bikes, the wall, and talk to the man himself, Red Rotten. He's a one-of-a-kind individual. You could tell he's very passionate about what he does. And from speaking to him, I found some more information. He's actually going to be here permanently, pretty much year-round. He typically travels around the country, but he's going to have a permanent Wall of Death here to perform throughout the year. And one thing he's going to be offering in the near future is a chance to learn how to ride in the Wall of Death. He's actually going to be giving personal lessons. You sign up, pay your fee, and he'll spend a couple days with you to see if you have it or not, to do some laps around the inside of that. So that's something I may be looking into. And if you're interested in it, check him out. I will have links down below in the description for, I believe, his Facebook page, if not both that and his website, to contact him and find out more. But I never heard of that being offered before to the general public, and that's something that not everyone could say they've ever done in their life, to ride around the Wall of Death. So really awesome of him to offer that to the public, and I'm really going to be... good question really quick by Try Goggling. How do you get the bikes in there? On the back side of it, a portion of the wall has a door that opens in on ground level. So the ramp part lifts up, and one section of the wall
opens up like a door, and they wheel them in from the backside. And then when everything's sealed up, then it's, back to its original barrel shape.
Checking out more of his shows in the near future. So if you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what part you enjoyed, and maybe you could come here and check it out for yourself. So I found out too that this high roller stand is actually going to be part of the show come this Sunday. Now you may not see the video in time. This will be a new attraction put on over there. So they'll have 2 high roller stands and the one in the middle. So all 3 people could ride at once to put on their demonstration show. So that's going to be something to see. If I'm able to, I will return to check it out, but if not, definitely something to look forward to in the future.
As he's making his way around too, if you notice, the wood is flexing, because the force of the bike and the rider going around with gravity pushing against it puts some force against the wood. Also, when you're standing up there where I'm standing on top of the barrel, it's vibrating, it's shaking, it's moving. When he goes around at higher speeds, the whole thing is like swaying back and forth. It's pretty crazy. I mean, obviously, it's inspected, it's safe, but it is wood. Wood does flex, and you do feel it when you're standing there.
I'm not sure if you can hear me, but that bike he's never had on his wall before. He said it used to be a wall racer back in the day, turned into a street racer, and this is the first time it's ever been on this wall, and you just witnessed it for the first time, so pretty awesome. All right, everyone, that was a look at Bill's Old Bike Barn birthday celebration featuring the Ret Rotten Wall of Death Stunt Show. I had an incredible time today, and if you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below, tell me what your favorite part was. I really enjoyed the show. I watched 2 of his shows today, got to speak with him, found out some information, and possibly we'll be working with him in the future to help promote his permanent location here and to give lessons to people who want to learn to drive the Wall of Death and do some behind the scenes looks and videos and interviews like that. So that might be in the works, so stay tuned for that. As I mentioned too, Bill's Old Bike Barn is one of a kind place. It's probably the best museum collection in Pennsylvania, if not the country, on the East Coast. If you haven't been here, come here. It's just outside of Bloomsburg. I have 2 videos which will be featured down below in the description, and also at the end video screen link, so you can check those out as well, see what's in there. You can spend days in there and still not see everything. Don't forget, if you'd like to follow me on Facebook, You can find the link down below for that, as well as my Patreon page and merchandise shop, which will help fund future videos down the road. So with that said, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Alright, so that was the Ret Rotten Defying Gravity on the Wall of Death. Here on the end card, you can see part 1 and part 2 of Bill's Old Bike Barn. So if you want to watch those, just search Bill's Old Bike Barn. Those videos will come up showing a full walking tour, just about an hour long of each video. This one did come out June 2019. And as mentioned, he did have plans of having a type of personalized, I guess you could say, riding lesson to teach you how to ride on the Wall of Death if you choose to. Also, he's going to have, we're supposed to have a Wall of Death at Bill's Old Bike Barn as a permanent location, which he would visit at periodic times throughout the year, scheduled in advance. As we all know, 2020 did not go according to plan, so those plans fell to the wayside temporarily. We'll see what happens for 2021, but he does have a website and a schedule where he does travel around the country. Mostly on the East Coast, does go to Sturgis and other places, but it's very few groups out there that run these Wall of Deaths. And if you ever get a chance to see one in person, definitely do it. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. But let me switch things around, and I'll get back with you in just a moment here. Alrighty, yeah. The museum itself, as I mentioned, time and time again, each time I go, there's more and more to see. And it's more than just motorcycles. They have everything from toys to cameras, telephones, military equipment. Anything, almost anything under the sun is at that museum. And everything, even like perfume bottles, Coca-Cola, fireman stuff. It's
incredible. Anybody that's been there could speak for itself, and it's worth the trip if you're anywhere in driving distance in Berwick, Pennsylvania. I almost forgot. You guys forgot to remind me. My Snickers tree. I do need to have that. Everyone that is departing, thank you for tuning in for the first episode of 2021. I do know we are a long episode tonight at 2 hours, which is great because we started an hour earlier, so we're not too late. I will be wrapping things up in just a little bit. Do have a little bit of news to share with you for the upcoming schedule, and I'll take a few moments to chat with you as well. The future episodes, I'm not going to try to have entirely that long. I'm going to try to cap them at an hour and a half, and if it rolls over, it rolls over. But we had a lot to do tonight, a lot to talk about, a lot to share. So, understandably, it is a long episode. But most times, they should be wrapping up by 9:30, maybe 9:45 the latest. But those of you who are sticking around, just give me a moment here to try out this Snickers tree from Marty. So it's a Christmas tree shaped Snickers bar, I believe. I never had one of these before. Heather, that is in Berwick, Pennsylvania, just outside of Bloomsburg. That is good. Let's try to get rid of us. I know some people are diehards, so I appreciate that. Pretty much sandy. 2 bites. It's good. And just to touch base on what Nick's Crossing is mentioning, he was actually in my neck of the woods today in Scranton, Pennsylvania for Steamtown. You guys that watch my channel, you know how much I love Steamtown. I boast about it anytime I get a chance to. And it's a fantastic state park. I should say national park, not state park. But he went there, and I wasn't able to meet up with him today, but he did say him and his wife were there, had a great time. And I said, definitely come back in the future once this whole pandemic thing is gone, or if they're hosting Railfest again. But I do believe he did film some footage, so you'll see his look at Steamtown and other train things over on his channel, Nick's Crossing. I like the blue LED keyboard. Yeah, this was like a $20 find on eBay, and I can actually make it change colors, but as we all know, blue's my favorite color. So before I open up for general chat, I just want to share the upcoming schedule. This week is going to be a very busy week for myself and for you if you happen to tune in each and every day. As usual, Monday, Wednesday, Friday will be scheduled uploads. They will come out 8 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Friday, I've yet to determine if it's going to be a premiere, but we will find out when we get closer to Friday. It will be live Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday as well. Now, Saturday is going to be a stream that was supposed to happen back in December. It's going to be us, when I say us, myself, Jill, and Lily, building gingerbread trains. They were given to us from a viewer of mine in the outback of Australia, and they were supposed to be done at Christmas time. It just kind of didn't work out, but we still have them. We're still going to build them. So that will be a probably Saturday, late afternoon, early evening stream of just having some fun building gingerbread trains. But Tuesday and or Thursday, one of those two will be a drive stream. That will be an evening drive stream. We'll just drive around. I do have a gift card from Kristen Costello from McDonald's. We'll get some food, chat, and just have a good time with another drive stream. And the other day of either Tuesday or Thursday will probably be an early, I don't want to say early, but a late morning, probably live stream of us going for a walk somewhere. I'm thinking about going to either in the woods or in a park somewhere, but just taking a walk and bringing you guys along. So there's going to be content for the next 6 days. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday uploads, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday live streams, and then next Sunday will be our off week. So Sunday Night Live will return in 2 weeks, on January 31st. And that's going to be the schedule every other Sunday, and we may throw some bonus Sundays in there down the road. So now that we have that out of the way, if you guys have anything you want to mention to me or to share or to ask, my attention will be on the chat here for a few moments. And otherwise, hope you guys enjoy the first episode of 2021. I'm happy with the changes that I've made, both with the start time, the secondary camera, the way Question of the Week is in your hands now. And overall, it's just been a great return for our second season of Sunday Night Live. Marty's calling shotgun. All right. Yeah, gingerbread builds are fun, but I am horrible at them. It's why I'm not in the construction business. I do what I can to make it work, but it's not up to code. Glad you did, Jacob. And thanks again for the pretty awesome train ticket. Great way to start this year. Yes, indeed. I know many people have said that my channel, my videos, or me as a person helps kind of get your mind off all the, what is going on in the world, all the crap. So, I'm doing my part to kind of not focus on that, just focusing on putting out entertainment, family fun videos, and just, doing my part to make sure you guys have somewhere to come to get your mind clear for just a moment and to put a smile on your face. So I'm going to keep at it, whatever it takes. I'm going to do what I can, no matter how bad restrictions get out there, or, if things were to take a turn for the worse. I do have options as far as, for content, for live streaming, but I am going to do my best to ramp up being more outdoors, being more active, doing more live streams, being more interactive, just being here for you guys, and the times I'm not here, catch the replays, or look at some of my photos I share on Facebook, or some of the videos I don't make it to YouTube. There's always a place to come that gives you something to look forward to, or to clear your mind for just a moment. And I appreciate all you guys as well, 100%. Also, too, I've been in talks with Alan from Revenge of the Apocalypse. As you guys may or may not know, this past Friday I did premiere my haunted hotel video from the Inn at Jim Thorpe. I had a great time making that video, and even though it was an edited video, I did keep it as original as possible. But I do have plans. We've been in talks now over the past few days of looking into some hotels on the East Coast. Pretty much primarily New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, maybe as far as Maryland. And we're going to book some hotels and do some paranormal live streams. I like to do them live. That's the preferred method for me. That way you guys get to see and hear and experience what we do, right at the same time. So more haunted hotel videos will be coming, but mostly on my channel they will be live streams, probably late night live streams, like after midnight. So if you guys are interested in that, rest assured they will be coming out over the coming months. I do have some more cemetery tours to do. One is a revisit. I do have some big cemeteries down in Philly to get to, and some more ruins in the woods, abandoned rail lines, abandoned buildings. I have a couple lists to check out. And actually I have right now over 10 videos to release to you guys. Over the past few days, I've been filming like crazy. I filmed a crap ton of stuff, and I wish I could release it all at once because I'm so excited to get it out to you guys, but I have to do it on a schedule. So just be patient. I'm trying to be patient. There's some great content coming out. A little bit of train stuff, but a lot of stuff in the woods, explorations, tunnels, abandoned. It's coming, so it's going to be a good couple months of content coming out. Good night there, Julie. Thank you, Penny. Thank you there, Tammy. Lando Lakes hot chocolate mix. I don't believe I have. Nick's Crossing has a new webcam and set up for tomorrow. Awesome. Yeah, I prefer Logitech. That's what I've been using for as long as I've been going live, but I do know there's some good alternatives. But if it doesn't work out for you, check into Logitech. I use the C920s. It's about a $70 webcam, and this is what you get as far as quality-wise. tell us about the new lights. You mean this light here on my backside? That is actually one of my light panels. I have it as a temporary setup on my tripod to illuminate my desk here for, if you guys tune in late, here is my secondary camera. So it's illuminating the desk. If I turn it off, you'll see how it looks. See, it's kind of dark. So the light is just to illuminate the area here for the second camera. I do plan on getting a ring light, what's illuminating me right now on the front side, to put over here. So I have 2 webcams, 2 ring lights, and I should have a pretty ideal setup. Good night there, Gail. Yeah, GoPros, even the DJI Osmo Action, can be used as a live stream camera. It's limited to what it could do. Out in the field, I use my phone, my Galaxy S10 Plus. I use the Prism app for live streaming. But here in the studio, I use XSplit streaming software. It's completely free and allows me to do everything that I do on Sunday Night Lives. Good night there, Chatty. Washington County, I know I've not been there that not that I can remember anyways. Not even sure what's there. But I do have, a list of places both on my phone and in my notebook, both viewer suggestions and things I've discovered on myself or for myself. So I have plenty of things that I filmed already, but a lot more that I have yet to film. But I'm always open to suggestions, and I'm open to road trips. I love traveling, whether it's in Pennsylvania or neighboring states. So I'm going to do my best to get out and see some new places, do some more random roadside finds, even some more hotel tours. I mean, it's going to be a variety of stuff like it's always been, but I just want to keep it going and just, always have something planned in the works. And Heather, yeah, I know you were mentioning too about meetups. In case anyone's wondering about meetup events, they are going to be coming back in the spring of this year, so just a few months away. I would say probably in April or May for the first one. Still looking to do Ricketts Glen, which is hiking the waterfalls there. The big one is going to be at Altoona, Pennsylvania for Lakemont Park and Horseshoe Curve. That might be a double location of one day, maybe 2 days. I will be staying overnight out in Altoona for that. But those are 2 right now definites. Third one is going to be Jim Thorpe, and it's going to be walking the town of Jim Thorpe, the city streets, and going over to the gorge area where they have the Turnhole Tunnel, the abandoned train tunnel. That could all be done in one day. There's even train rides there if we want to do that. So those will be coming up, but the first one won't be at the earliest until April. So after that, we'll see what happens for the remainder of the year. I definitely do, Sarah. Like I said, there's so many wonderful people that support and show support and that send kind words, and even those that don't talk a whole lot. I know they're there watching. The numbers show that people watch, and even giving one of these means just as much as getting a card in the mail, or a super chat. There's no specific way to show support. Whatever you do as an individual means just as much to me as everyone else as to what they do. Yes, January 31st will be the next Sunday Night Live. I'm down in the southern part of Washington County. Tammy, if there's anything specific down there, feel free to reach out to me, email or Facebook. It's down below every video description. If there's anything worthwhile, I'd definitely be willing to make the trip and check it out. Good night there, Beach Boy. We'll go till 10:15, so about another 4 minutes or so. And in advance, special thanks to the mods. I do know there was at least Adam and Matt was on earlier, and Retro. I'm not sure if there's anyone else, but thank you for being here tonight. I know it was a long episode, but I do appreciate your help and support. Thank you, Dan, and definitely looking forward to meeting up with you again, whether it's out in your neck of the woods or you coming here. Like I said, you have my contact information, so don't ever hesitate to reach out. And I tell people I am a busy person, but I do make time for everyone that deserves time to be made for. I wouldn't go out of my way to read people's comments if I didn't care. So although I am busy and I stay busy, I like it that way. I always do make time for people that I feel is necessary for. It's easy to go live in the field, except for when you're in an area where you have spotty network connection. That's happened to me more than once. There's so many places I would love to go live for you guys, but there's either no network at all, so there's no connection to even start the stream, or if I went to a certain part of the area, it would drop off, and that I have no control over. So as much as I would love to stream more out in the field and show you some really cool places that are more remote, it just isn't going to happen until more towers get put up. Oh, Mary, right back at you. There's a heart for you. Somewhat of a heart. A very bad looking heart, but you get the picture. And Retro did share my contact information, so it's easy to find. And again, it's below every video description, as well as my P.O. box if you ever want to send something, whether it's a nice card or something that you find out when you're out somewhere and you think, hey, that's great for JP's studio or for his train layout. The train layout definitely has room for some more additions, some more items. But again, that's at your own obligation. I'm not asking for people to send me stuff. If you want to, you have the option to do so. Also, my merchandise list, although this shirt is discontinued, it may come back in the future. There are other JP Videos items, including stickers. Oh, yeah. I did post on Facebook and my community tab. I do have stickers available for just $2.99. This is just an example of some of them. This is my channel logo. And actually, let me show you the second camera here. You can see the good quality. It's almost like photograph material. So it's a nice printed sticker. I do have JP Videos in red, JP Videos in blue. And again, these are only $2.99. They're available on the website. And coming up in February, there will be a period of free shipping, so be on the lookout for that. But there's more stickers available. Just go to the merchandise website, click the drop-down tab, go to stickers, and there's several to choose from. And for $2.99, it's a great little inexpensive way to show support. Thank you for the thumbnail thing. It helped my wife out. Oh, you're welcome, Bill. What did I do today? Just had an ordinary day for the most part. Caught up on some YouTube videos, watching them. Had to make a trip to Sam's Club, fill up the gas tank. Had dinner, and just kind of putzed around the house, played with the trains a little bit. Standing back up everything the cats knocked over. More importantly, I was just excited for tonight. I was just triple and quadruple checking. I had everything set for tonight as far as the cameras, the microphone settings, all the things I added in as far as question of the week. Our drone name, which is, if you did tune in late, the drone is now called Jayhawk. So going forth, said drone will be referred to as Jayhawk. If I do get a new drone in the future, you guys will have an opportunity to pick the name for that one as well. Heather says, I'm glad you didn't quit a while ago. Yeah, well, anyone who does this or is trying to do it full time will understand there are struggles. There's ups and downs. There's good times and bad times. And sometimes, things happen at the worst times when you're already affected with something else, and it makes you doubt what you're doing. And thankfully, with a great support group and the viewers stating their opinion on me continuing, I'm still here. And I'm very thankful that I made that decision and that you guys wanted to see me continue, because for a time there, I was contemplating just going back to having this as a hobby and getting back into a 9-to-5 job, which would make me miserable because this is what I feel like I was born to do. I love what I do, and I never want to see it change, but there are ups and downs, good times and bad times, just like with anything in life. But it just happened at a bad time in my life, and thankfully I pulled through it, and we're on to bigger and better things. We're up almost at 155,000 now, so obviously I'm doing something right. And although views do range up and down on my channel because I'm a variety channel, as a whole, I am still able to support myself, to pay the bills, and to get out and to travel, buy new equipment. Sometimes it takes longer than others. I'm not rolling in the dough. I'm not blowing my nose in 20s, but it is sustainable, and I'm happy with that. So, yeah, just a chill out day. Nothing wrong with that, especially when it's crappy outside. And Christopher, yes, I know you love Sunday Night Live. You are a huge fan of this series that I do, and you and everyone else I do know ask, hey, when's Sunday Night Live coming back? Or I can't wait for the next Sunday Night Live. So it means a lot that you guys enjoy what we're doing right now. Have a Philly cheesesteak while you are there and video it. All right, I'll try to. I do love cheesesteaks. Hey there, Lackawanna. Yeah, putzed around. That's something my father used to use. Putz around. He would tell his friends, yeah, I putzed around town. All right, well, we did go over on time, so, hey, it happens. Got carried away there. I am working, and you'll see in future videos, I am working on kind of narrowing down my outros, because although I'm not a very social, outgoing person in front of the camera, I used to be super shy. Now sometimes I can't shut up. So I have been working on trying to keep my rambles down to a minimum, unless it's otherwise necessary. But you'll see a difference in some of the videos where I'm not being so repetitive and talking so much. And during live streams like this, sometimes it just happens. So if you guys are tired of it or think I'm long-winded, I agree with you. But it's always a work in progress. Anyways, guys, I do want to thank you so much for being here. We are at episode 47, but this is our first episode of 2021, and I just want to keep it rolling. This is season 2, and I think this year is going to be a great year, at least for content-wise for my channel, and for you guys as the viewers. You will appreciate what I'm able to do for you guys, both live and with editing and with locations. I have so much in store. I have things planned for when it gets hot out to go swimming, snorkeling, metal detecting underwater. I have a lot of great things planned. Getting back out on the mountain bike more. Some new items coming to the channel too as far as modes of transportation. Some of you may know what I'm talking about. Most of you don't. They will be coming in springtime, so it's going to be a pretty exciting year, and I'm really happy to be able to share with all of you. So, as mentioned, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday will be live. Either Tuesday or Thursday, I'll be live before noon. And then the other days will be towards the evening for a drive stream and building some gingerbread trains. Until then, though, I just want to say to have a great week. Thanks for spending your Sunday night with me. We'll try to keep it shorter next time, but July 31st will be the next episode. And while you're at it, pick up some stickers. Help support the channel. It means a lot. And to everyone that did send out mail call tonight, thank you so much. Great items as always, and some new things for the studio and the train layout. And other than that, I'm just going to bid farewell because I'm going to never stop talking because I just want to keep saying so many nice things, and I got to exit stage left. So I'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care, stay warm, and I'll see you in the next video.